So this question always comes up when talking about hair care, and that is, how often should I wash my hair? Is it safe to shampoo daily? I have seen this debate all over the internet. Videos from popular YouTubers saying the #1 mistake you can make is washing your hair too often. Then someone in the comments references like a dermatologist or doctor video saying, no, this is a myth. You should wash your hair every day. It's completely safe to do that. And then you have sort of the opposite direction of the no poo crowd saying that commercial shampoo is a scam and you should look for homemade remedies or alternative methods for cleaning your hair. So what's going on? Who's right? Who's wrong? In this video, we're going to break down this question and answer it once and for all. Now, before we jump into the video, I want to thank today's sponsor, Tiege Hanley. No matter how much debate goes into how often you should wash your hair, there's no debate on how often you should wash your face and moisturize your face. It's twice a day. That's the answer, morning and night. And Tiege simplifies this process for every guy. I've talked about Tiege in the past. I use Tiege continuously. I don't think some of you believe me when I tell you how much implementing a quality skincare routine has improved my life, my overall confidence, and just walking around feeling like my skin is taken care of. And Tiege Hanley makes taking care of your skin uncomplicated. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing you don't. So I recommend you guys start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics. It's a daily wash, an exfoliating scrub, and an AM and PM moisturizer. The AM does have an SPF of 20, so you can get some sun UV protection. And to make it even easier for you, they provide you with this instruction card in every single box that tells you when to use which product, how much to use, how much to apply, in what order. It definitely comes in clutch, but honestly, after 1 or 2 times, it'll just be on autopilot. You'll know exactly what to do. So skincare wasn't always something I took seriously, but now that I have, I do wish I would have started sooner. Now that I'm in my 30s, going into my 40s, not going into my 40s, but I will be going into my 40s in the future, and having a skincare routine now will just make it that much easier on my skin in the future. But you don't have to take my word for it, because Tiege does have over 5,000 5-star reviews from customers. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get a ton of other benefits, like 20% off their retail price. They get access to exclusive monthly deals, and you can pause or cancel at any time, no contracts. Free US shipping is included as well. And because Tiege is sponsoring today's video, they're offering you guys a really cool deal. If you click the link in the description, you'll get 30% off of your first box. Plus you'll get a free gift. Don't miss out on that amazing deal. Click the link in the description to get started today. Okay, so back to this question. How often should you wash your hair? Well, there's a ton of factors that could contribute to this. I did my best to simplify these hundreds of factors into 3 sort of overarching categories that will help you decide what's best for you. And those 3 categories are hair type, lifestyle, and scalp health. But let's start with hair type. So one of the reasons there's so much confusion around wash frequency is because most people think frequency is the only factor, and they don't account for the types of products they use, the types of formulas they use. So if you're using shampoo for a balanced scalp and your scalp is greasy, you're going to feel like daily is the only frequency for you. And because it doesn't cleanse your scalp well enough, you're gonna be constantly feeling like you gotta wash your hair every single day. Now on the flip side, if you're using shampoo for greasy scalps and your scalp is dry, you're going to feel like your skin is always tight. You're gonna feel like your scalp is always stripped of oil. It might feel itchy. You might be someone who gravitates to the no poo method, or someone who wants to try a gentler alternative because you think that commercial shampoo doesn't work for you. When the reality is you might just have the wrong formula. Another hair type factor you'll want to account for is hair length. When you have shorter hair, it doesn't take that long for oils to spread. You know, you only have 2 or 3 inches of hair that can spread pretty quickly. So you're gonna have to wash your hair more often. And if you have long hair, something beyond chin length down, to your chest, to your back, it will take longer for your sebum to spread across all of that space. And you can even extend time between washes by brushing your hair and spreading those natural oils even more so that there's not as much buildup on your scalp. Now, if you have curly hair, it's a different story, right? Your wash frequency is not only going to depend on the scalp moisture levels that we just mentioned, but also on how long your curls stay intact before you need to wash them, hydrate them, condition them, reapply a curl cream, redo your whole diffuse method possibly to keep your curls looking fresh. Now, I'm not a curly hair expert, so I would suggest checking out some curly hair channels on YouTube. My favorite is Manes by Mel. She's awesome, go check her out. But the first solution is to determine what your hair type is, because then you can shop for the right formula strength. And once you dial in formula strength, then you can address frequency much better. So you might be asking at this point, how the heck do I find out what my hair type is? Well, I have 2 in-depth videos on my channel on that exact topic. I'll link to them in the description. And if you want something more, I also have a free app you can download called Mannered Manes in the Google Play and Apple App Store. And you can take a hair type quiz to figure out what your hair type is. You can also get put into a men's hair and beard community where you can ask questions, you can get answers. There's tons of free education and videos in there as well. So I'll link to that in the description as well. So let's say you know your hair type and you have the right shampoo, and you're still scratching your head, no pun intended, on how often you should wash your hair. The next factor we should look at, which will help us answer that question, is going to be lifestyle. Now, lifestyle can include a lot of things. I've mainly included occupation, the weather, where you live, and your activity level. So for example, if you live a sedentary lifestyle most of the day, and you live in California, it's not too humid, it's not too hot, you can probably get away with extending your wash days quite a bit. Now let's look at the flip side. Let's say you live in Houston, Texas, and you work out 5 times a week and you work outdoors a lot and it's always humid and frizzy and greasy, you're probably going to have to wash your hair much more often. You might be able to extend it a little bit if you throw in some dry shampoo, but after what your hair type is, your lifestyle is going to be the next most important factor in frequency. And since everyone's lifestyle is different, then this is going to have to be an experiment for you individually. You're gonna have to figure out how to balance your hair type with the proper formulas, with what your lifestyle is, with what the weather is in the area. So one tip that I can give to humid city dwellers is to always have a conditioning mist handy, because frizz will be your worst nightmare. So I love the JVN conditioning mist. I've talked about it a lot on my channel. I also love the Wee Milk Oil from Davines, which I've mentioned before. Those are my go-to frizz fighters. Those are the ones that work best for my hair type and help fight frizz the best. So the final factor that will affect your wash frequency is going to be your overall general scalp health. And this is a little different than your scalp moisture levels, which is one factor in figuring out what your hair type is. So this is really if you have a skin condition, right? This is something you might need a medicated shampoo or a medicated leave-in tonic or something that you have to apply to your scalp. Now, if you have a healthy scalp, then you can go back to hair type, you can go back to lifestyle. Those are gonna be the 2 main factors to determine frequency. But if you struggle with something like seborrheic dermatitis, psoriasis, you might need to increase wash frequency and also speak with a dermatologist to help manage those symptoms, get something to fight that fungal imbalance. Now, I'm not gonna go into fighting dandruff or skin conditions in this video. I have another video on my channel for that, which I can link to, and I'm actually working on another one right now, so it will be coming out in the future. So look out for that. But what's the big takeaway from this video? If you could leave this video with one thing, and that is that there is not one right answer. So if you see someone who puts out a video on all of the hair mistakes you're making, and one of them is you're washing your hair too often, I would be really skeptical about if that's true or not. It's like, yeah, maybe you are, but maybe you're not, right? Maybe you're using the wrong shampoo for your hair type. Maybe your scalp is naturally greasy and you work out daily and you live in Singapore where the humidity is 88%, then you're probably going to need a clarifying shampoo, and you might even need to do a daily wash, and you might need to do some dry shampoo, and that's okay. So if you get anything from this video, I would say strive to wash your hair as infrequently as possible. That's the right answer. As infrequently as possible. Now, if that means daily, then that's as infrequently as possible for you, then that's fine. If that means every 7 days, that's fine too. If that means adopting a no-poo method where you avoid mainstream shampoo altogether and you use home remedies like apple cider vinegar rinses or something, and that's healthiest for your hair, then do that. Everyone is different, and I'll just let you know what mine is. I wash my hair every 4 to 5 days. That's what I found supports my hair type, my lifestyle the best, and so that's what I do. But I would say figure out what works best for you, wash it as infrequently as possible, and you're going to be just fine. Your hair won't get damaged, it's safe, and I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.